It is 12:14 a.m. on Monday, February 17th. Hopefully, maybe not hopefully, because it's maybe a little bit detriment to my sleep schedule, but I'm going to try and keep having these recordings be later at night, just so I can not have to worry about catching up and doing a recording in the middle of the day, and I can just do homework then, and then late at night, I can do what I want. It has been snowing for, not even joking, the last 24 hours. Actually more than that. It started snowing 10 o'clock yesterday night. And it just has snowed so much. And I'm annoyed, because I would love to go skiing right now, but I can't because I have school, and school is more important. I don't really know what I was going to talk about. I feel like I had something that I was going to say, but then I forgot about it, and then I remembered something else. But, all right, let's just go for it. So I said yesterday that I thought I figured out the reason why I like Frieren as a show. And I know that I've been talking about Frieren for a little bit, past 2 days, is because I've been actively watching the show again, and I said I finished it yesterday. And what I think makes me specifically love the show is that I think that I relate heavily to Frieren as a character. Maybe, I know that it's a little bit difficult to say when she's an all-powerful mage that's been alive for thousands of years, and is literally the biggest powerful mage in history other than Cersei? Senza? The tiny little child elf one. Not really a child, but child mentality because she's petty. But, on the surface level, there are a lot of things that I do that I think Frieren does. Mainly refuses to wake up early, cannot do that at all, and will sleep in for forever. Just kind of eats a lot, I guess. I don't know, the one episode where she gets the 20 steaks from a restaurant she was the last time that she went through. And some other small things that are on surface level. But within her character herself, there's, I feel an idea of how she's sort of socially inept in a way that I think as a character, she is ostracized by the nature of her own persons. She's an elf. She lives for forever. She doesn't see the world that other people see. And always figures out that the thing that she was supposed to be doing was this or that, too late. And is only now realizing the gravity of the situations and the friends she was with, and has objects that she's kept from years and memories and places that she's gone to that she's now realizing means so much more to her. And I feel like I could relate pretty heavily to that. I don't want this to sound pretentious in any regard, but I feel like I see the world differently than a bunch of other people do. I don't want to say what normal people do, but out of everybody that I have known and interacted with, I have felt always just a little bit different. The way that I see the world and I see scenarios, and I struggle to comprehend, or I am so afraid of doing the wrong thing that I even refuse to do anything. I go through situations and I sometimes feel like I am not able to recognize or understand the correct thing to do because it's such a complex situation that I can't figure out what I need to be doing, and then I just choose to not do anything about it. And that, I think, aligns pretty heavily with Frieren's character, especially with her journey through being with Himmel and all that. She doesn't understand anything, doesn't recognize anything, so she chooses not to do anything. And Then it also comes with the search for knowledge, and collecting every spell is like a hobby of hers. And I feel like I can kind of also relate to that as well, is because I have talked about with many people and with the many applications that I always want to learn as much as I can. Not that I'm wanting to learn because I just love learning so much, is that I want to learn because I'm so afraid of not knowing what I need to know to be able to do what I want to do. And I guess it's kind of in line with her collecting spells, but it's also that there's a lot of it, her collecting every spell and understanding what they do, and is also kind of her learning from her past mistakes and understanding what to do and convenient things to do something that's not. And I don't know, it's just, I know it sounds wrong, me saying that I feel like I can see myself in Frieren. And I can see her character development and growth as the things that I have been trying to do personally. Trying to connect more with people, to try and come back into society and understand what's going on. And that sounds bad, but like, Frieren as a character is completely different than anybody else, mainly because she's an elf and has lived forever. I feel different because of the way I see the world and regard music and art and a lot of things. And therefore I feel a little ostracized at times. And I'm kind of fine with that too. And that's like another thing, is that Frieren's character is okay with being alone and doing what she wants to do and all that. And I'm okay with being alone. And I don't know, I see myself in Frieren so much that when I watch that show and I see things going right for her, people around her that are caring, and there's development and there's a happy, hopeful environment, that I feel like I could do that too. It's complex to try and be nice about it. But that's what I truly feel like. There are not many characters that I directly relate to or see myself in. Like, I would love to say that some other shows that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm this character, or I'm this character. But when I watch Frieren, the decisions that she makes within certain scenarios are the decisions that I would make. The way she acts around Fern as being like an older sister or mother in a way, but then also in turn needing that person to be her, like Frieren's mother, in regard to other simple things in life. I feel that a lot, because out of my friend groups, I am far more advanced in computer science than any of them. Granted, they don't take computer science, but it's also within the computer science realm of the college right now, I feel like I'm a year ahead. And I feel that way, like I feel like I know more than things and I can teach them and I can guide them. But then every other normal scenario, I need guiding. And that's exactly what Frieren needs. And then part of it also is why I really want that show so much, is because half of it is what I want to do. I would love to go on a freaking magical adventure and do this and that. This is like the reason that I want to make video games, because I want to put myself into a scenario and put my stories and ideas out into the world that create something magical. And yeah, this show means so much to me, not only because it's something that I want to create and I want to be able to produce something that leaves an impact as such as done onto me, but it's kind of a little bit of, I don't want to say fantasy, but like, I guess I would say fantasy. It's my fantasy to be like, ooh, look at me, I'm an all-powerful mage and all that. Like, that's cool, and that's what, like, some people dream to be superheroes, and that's what like, if anything could go right and everything in the world was magical, that's what I would want to be, I guess. But then the majority is just, I relate to Frieren so much. And when I watch it, I feel happy that everything is going right for her, because that means to me that everything can go right for me.